First things first, I'd like to welcome legendary Megazord to the show. Hello and welcome to Almost Gaming. Before we begin, a quick scheduling note. I've adjusted the production schedule on my blog so that each of them gets done on one single day. Monday is the day that I have set aside to get this thing done, so Almost Gaming will now be the week in gaming news from Tuesday to Monday. Let's do it! We'll start things off with Microsoft and the desire to give credit where it's due. The Xbox One has been getting a lot of graphical flack lately, but it does appear that we have word of at least one game that will look as pretty as gaming can look on the Xbox One. Only SP ran a story about Wolfenstein: The New Order running at 1080p and 60 frames per second on the PS4, but promised their readers that they would email Bethesda about the Xbox One version. Well, a representative emailed them back with a surprise. The Bethesda rep said that the Xbox One version of Wolfenstein will run at 1080p at 60 frames per second, making it one of the first games confirmed for the console to do so. So I guess it is possible. We head on over to PC Gaming for another look at those PC gaming modders. Star Wars gamers had their midichlorian counts hit the floor when they found out the Force was not with Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR 3, which LucasArts canceled sometime in 2007. Well, those brave PC gaming modders are stepping up once again and filling in for some demand. We hear from website swtorstrategies.com that a group calling themselves Project Blacklight are working on creating KOTOR 3. What's more, the group says they have access to industry insiders who are providing them with the actual intended story of the game and allowing them to use it in this creation. Now, there's no word on when this game is coming out, but this is definitely a project to keep your eyes on. Onward to Nintendo, where last week we said that the Wii U may actually be a surprisingly powerful machine. Well, one of Nintendo's studios definitely agrees. In an interview with GameSpot, Retro Studio CEO and President Michael Kelbaugh said that developers should not be concerned that the Wii U is an underpowered machine. Unfortunately, the perception is that it's not a very powerful machine, Kelbaugh said. That's just not true. It's a powerhouse. It's more than adequate to make great games on. Now, Retro have made some great Nintendo games, primarily in the Donkey Kong and Metroid series. Speaking of which, Nintendo producer Kensuke Tanabe confirmed in the same interview that Retro are working on a new Wii U game. New game? New game? What is it? Well, Retro have already recently made a Donkey Kong game with Tropical Freeze coming out soon. So, last year, Shigeru Miyamoto said that Retro making a game in the Metroid series was a high priority. Retro's previous effort in the series was the amazingly wonderful Prime trilogy. And considering that the most recent game in the series, Team Ninja's Metroid Other M, was considered a failure by basically everyone, this could be great news. However, Miyamoto also said that it could be possible for Retro to make a new game in the Legend of Zelda series. So, I guess we'll see. We move to Sony, who seems to be hiding one of their new console's neatest features. I didn't know about this, and I'm not sure that many others do. You may remember that the PS4 can broadcast to Twitch, streaming gameplay. But did you know that the PS4 has a feature where people watching a PS4 game stream can actually affect the game? The feature is called Interactive Broadcasting, and website NowGamer was tipped off to it in a news release for a remake of Dead Nation called Apocalypse Edition. Those watching a stream of this game will be able to make the game easier or harder by doing things like adding ammo or speed power-ups, or increasing the number of zombies and restricting power-ups. Surprisingly, there are some big-name titles that use but don't advertise this feature. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition has this feature in it. Did any of you know that? Apparently, viewers of streams of this game can decide whether to revive Lara or to allow her to die when she suffers fatal damage. Japanese gamers discovered the feature in Dynasty Warriors 8, allowing viewers of the stream to add beneficial items. And Yakuza Ishin also uses the feature by allowing comments in the game's stream to be translated directly into health regeneration. This is a unique and really interesting feature that Sony is not doing a good job at advertising. It takes game streaming from something where you stream a game and just get comments back and turns it into a truly interactive experience. But there may be one major reason that Sony's not really advertising it. Take a look at Twitch Plays Pokemon. Whenever you give a large gathering of the internet power, it usually results in griefing. So maybe Sony's just taking some time to figure out the balance. We end up with a quick teaser story from Naughty Dog, who apparently think they've overestimated the intelligence of gamers. A comment was made by Naughty Dog web developer Jason Paul on a blog post about The Last of Us. Paul's comment said, "I just can't believe no one has yet to find the secrets we've left around the internet." Now, these secrets likely don't have anything to do with The Last of Us itself, as its final DLC pack mainly deals with multiplayer and doesn't really have any story in it. So the only other thing that these secrets could really be referring to is the upcoming Uncharted game. Now, there's a lot of real-world media associated with The Last of Us, with websites such as rajasarcade.com and Twitter accounts associated with things like Springs Hospital. So internet sleuths, get out there and find those secrets. That's going to do it for Almost Gaming. What's that? What's wrong? Oh, you can't see me? That's weird. I wonder... Oh, wait, I remember now. We have a new end slate. Pretty nifty, huh? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, share, and look for us on Facebook and Twitter. You can click to see the previous edition of Almost Gaming if you'd like, along with the most recent edition of my other two blogs, the Miami Sports Report and Almost Interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, still stay tuned for extra lives, the bloopers. Can't let an end slate leave those out. Click the things! Until next time, game on! A quick what? I've adjusted my production schedule on what's more, they say they may now who may be hiding one of their consoles Twitch and send them or die if she suffers. We will end off on a quick tweet as its final DLC anyway.